Katt Williams featured on Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Huge fan of that podcast. Try to always catch one, especially with the right guests on. Really watch it. And Katt Williams is on. It released yesterday, and he had a lot to say. Now, the interview is about 3 hours long. It's a long interview. I just got done watching it. And I started to watch it last night, fell asleep. It's a long interview. It's like 3 hours. And I know everybody's ranting and raving. He need to expose these people and stuff like that. But I'm gonna give y'all the unpopular opinion side. When I say unpopular opinion, I really mean unpopular opinion because now I didn't see too many people thinking the way I was thinking, talking the way I'm gonna talk to y'all, and basically express like a reaction to this. So he had a lot to say about Ricky Smiley, obviously Cedric the Entertainer, obviously Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, just so many people, Michael Blackson, so many people that he was touching on. Jonathan Majors, Kanye West, like he had so much to say about everybody. And this is where this video is going to turn because out of a 3 hour interview, I don't think I heard him say one thing nice about anybody. And so when we're analyzing like interviews and podcasts and people, I want you to keep in mind these type of things. He has a problem with everybody, and when it came to him, he was never accountable for what happened to him. So already we have a couple of red flags that I don't really like, but just to keep y'all up on game. So the problem with Cedric the Entertainer is that, he's not really funny. He's not an entertainer. And, when he first came out, he was supposed to be singing and dancing and telling jokes. And they found out he couldn't do none of that but tell jokes. So he just ended up being a joke teller, which I don't see nothing wrong with. I didn't a lot of the things he was saying, I didn't understand what the problem was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like this whole interview was him going out his way to try to rip down people to big up himself. And again, that's a red flag because when you're great, you're great. We all love Katt Williams. We all think he's great. So I don't know why he would feel the need to do this. And this is problems he's had. The stuff he was saying about Steve Harvey stealing his jokes or said stealing his jokes was from 20 years ago. Like, why are you saying something now? You know what I'm saying? But since then, Kevin Hart has responded this morning. He dropped a trailer to his new movie, which is on Netflix, coming out on Netflix this week or next week, I think. And basically, he said that you just got to get the hate out your heart, champ. You know what I'm saying? Michael Blackson also responded saying that he had to mention like the top 10 comedians at the moment to sort of become relevant again. And I'm not going to say that Katt Williams is irrelevant, but I do get a lot of Dame Dash vibes from Katt Williams, and I feel like he is kind of bitter. No way you're on a 3 hour podcast and you don't have nothing nice to say about anybody. Like, you had a literal problem with every single comedian. And mind you, when you actually look at resumes and like scales and stuff like that, you can hate Kevin Hart all you want to. He's a bigger resume than you. You know what I'm saying? And you were saying that he don't got range and Cedric don't got range, and none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got a job and I'm making more money than you at the job, people are not going to care that you do the job better than me. It's not going to matter. Now, maybe you have your situations where, okay, we're going to promote the person that actually does better. But we all know how politics and all this type of stuff works. That doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he could only tell jokes, he made a legendary career off of telling jokes. He was a king of comedy. You know what I'm saying? And, you saying Kevin Hart played the same role in every movie, which he does, and I've criticized Kevin Hart for that. But at the same time, these movies are selling. These are still top 10 movies. Like, he's being paid to act goofy. That's what he is. That's what he does. So just because you have serious roles and you have this and you have that, that doesn't mean nothing at the end of the day. That's just you trying to make yourself feel better. Because at the end of the day, you're a comedian. So you could be funny in different ways, but if they're selling out arenas and you're not, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Obviously he has some things to say about Steve Harvey, which was funny, by the way. The fake hairline, saying Steve Harvey was stealing jokes from, he said Mark Curry, but I'm quite sure he was talking about Don Curry, which is African American comedian, black guy. I'm quite sure he's talking about Don Curry, but he said Mark Curry, so I don't know if he's really talking about Mark Curry, but I don't know. I really feel like you should have just said something at the time. And I had this kind of gripe with Colin Kaepernick because when Colin Kaepernick was in his prime, he was just playing football. But when he started to slip out of his prime and was on his way out the league, then he started to want to fight, social injustice and things of that nature. You should have been doing that from day one. And I feel the same thing about Katt Williams. Like, now that you're starting to be like, I'm not going to say forgotten about, because people know Katt Williams is funny. But now that you're not mentioned with the top people in the game, now you're trying to do stuff like this. You could have exposed Steve Harvey 20 years ago, but you didn't. When you was at your prime, at your apex, you said nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't understand, like, why now? And I'm not going to touch on the whole Ricky Smiley thing because obviously he feels a certain way about all these people. And he was saying that Ricky Smiley and Tyler Perry, not Ricky Smiley, but I forgot who the other guy is, and Tyler Perry, they only could be good in female roles, wearing dresses and stuff like that. And again, if you're like a conspiracy theorist and you believe in all that type of stuff, and all that type of stuff, cool. I'll be on board with that sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? However, this is still a business. I think we tend to forget that at the end of the day. This is a business. If he's not scared to put on a dress and he's making $1 billion, which Tyler Perry is a billionaire, by the way, for making a dress, and he has his own studios, he's bringing in so many black actors, he's employing so many black people, he's doing so much good for the community, but we're going to criticize him for wearing a dress. Like, it just seems kind of silly. It seems silly to me. You know what I'm saying? I give Tyler Perry all the props in the world. Would I wear a dress? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's me. But at the same time, I'm not going to knock him for doing it. Like, when I see people going around just like Michael Jackson and just like Prince and all of that type of stuff, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool that they do that. So it's like, what, I don't understand, like, what the problem. It's a business at the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just if you got time, it's like I said, it's 3 hours long. If you got time, you can go definitely watch little bits and pieces of it. Or you'll see like bits of it making rounds on social media, blase. And to me, he just came off as bitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no. It felt like he was seeking like validation. You know what I'm saying? Or he wanted the people to know, like, yo, I'm this and I'm that. But when you this and that, you don't have to tell people. Like, Katt Williams doesn't have to tell us that. We know you great, bro. You know what I'm saying? But now, when you're spewing so much negativity, and yeah, I do remember Kevin Hart on the Breakfast Club saying some things about Katt Williams. So, you felt the need to address that. Go ahead. And I don't know why you waited so long, but you felt the need to address that. Go ahead. If I'm not mistaken, Steve Harvey probably said some things about Katt as well. So if you want to, respond to that, then go ahead. But I don't know why you wait so long. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just didn't see this as everybody else. Everybody else ranting and raving, down with Hollywood. He gonna bring down the machine. No, he's not. They're all waking up today. Tyler Perry still has stuff to do. Michael Blackson got stuff to do. Kevin Hart got stuff to do. Steve Harvey hosting 1 million game shows. Cedric the Entertainer has like some sitcom somewhere on TV. Everybody has stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, other than getting attention, I don't know what comes from this. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this. And I'm